Ladies and gentlemen, Jay Haft here, back on the driveway. 2020 Honda Ruckus. I told you I was going to do a spring tune-up for this thing, and that's what I'm going to do today. I want to show you some of the stuff. I loosened up these. There's these two bolts here. This cold, it's kind of like the battery cover that it holds on. And these two on this side, I'm going to pull that off. First thing I'm going to do, put the battery back in. This is where the air cleaner is. There's 5 screws that hold the air cleaner on. This is where your belt drive is. Now they recommend every 25 to 4,000 miles you do a service. But like here in Wisconsin, people let them sit for 5-6 months or sometimes even longer. I mean, we've been blessed this year with the weather. Okay. Right here is where you check your oil. I got that loose already because we're going to do it. You're going to need a long funnel like that. Now I'm going to show you down here on the bottom where the stuff is. This here is your drain plug for you. And right here, it's kind of hard to see where my finger is. There's a strainer for the oil. You take that out. There's a spring in there. Just note that. And then there's an O-ring. And then there's like a little bit of a screen in there. You know, they do that because if there's big pieces of metal coming off or something. So I got my drain pan here. This thing holds like 23.5 ounces oil. You can kind of run, you know, what you want. They recommend synthetic. We got 10W40 synthetic in here. I got that all ready to go. And just a little thing on viscosity. What viscosity is it's the thickness of the oil. A low viscosity liquid is like water. It's real thin. And something that's real heavy is like honey. It's real thick. And like in the wintertime here when it gets cold and stuff, it's hard to pump that thick stuff up. That's why they recommend this viscosity, which, but when it gets hot, you kind of want the thicker stuff. So that's why they have like 10. You can go down as low as 10 in the winter and up to 40, you know, when you might need it in the summer stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on here. I kind of showed you the stuff I'm going to do. Another thing with the air pressure in the tires, I'm just going to take it up to we have quick trips here in Wisconsin, and they have these where you can just set it at it and you push, plug it on and it shuts off automatically. It's nice because I'm going to drag my compressor out here and mess around with this when I can use that. So, all right, folks, I'm going to put my my phone in my holder and I'm going to get to work. This cover just kind of slips off. It's kind of a tight fit. I'll set that to the side now. I want to wreck that. I can see what that would cost. So for this job, you're going to need a Phillips screwdriver and a 10mm wrench, which I have right here. Okay. I'm actually going to need a 10mm socket and extension. Okay. So I didn't have that ready. Just put the bracket back in. That's otherwise probably wouldn't have to do this, but I said I don't want to lose the stuff. So we got this is the battery strap. Okay, so the negative, positive, always want to make sure you get the right ones. The negative's on this side, the positive's on this side. So negative on the left, so we're going to put that in. It's a little screwdriver here. Negative on the negative. Get that good and tight, like so. And then the positive on here has got like a cover. Goes over the top. Yeah, that's how that little cover comes off the top. Take a screw out of the battery. I always put those in there too, that way I don't lose them. Put that on there. So, put the screw back on. It's kind of interesting is because they have on here, they have the fuses right on the top of this battery here. Positive one. Start. Sometimes I've seen them where you actually have to lift them up sometimes. And sometimes they'll cooperate. No, there's cooperate. So double check this. Positive's tight, negative's tight. Okay. We're going to put our battery strap back on. It holds the battery in because you don't want your battery falling out. That's a 10 millimeter. Put this on here. This get started. Okay, so tighten that up. Some kind of emergency going on here in Beaver Dam, Wisconsin. Okay, so we're done with that. Now we need a little cap. Make sure to put that back. That covers that up. There actually is a fire because the fire department's going by. So we got both our terminals tight. We got our bracket on. Now we're ready to put our cover back on. Then we get the key on there and start it. That's a good idea to take the battery out. There's no guarantee it's going to last longer, but it should. Now this thing is a little tricky to get this in here. It's fantastic plastic. We want to get it in there. I've already had it where it didn't want to cooperate. Okay, so this one's in there. This is a little trick from my assembly experience. Never ever tighten up any screws until you get them all in. Okay, so now we're going to get one on that side. Oh. See what I mean? Just a little persuasion. Let's go down in there. There it goes. Okay. So it looks good. Bottom's in. I notice it doesn't quite seem like it's quite right, you know. Saying always get your screws started before you tighten up any of them. On any type of thing on assembly. I see a guy spend a half hour trying to get something on because he tightened one of them up. Okay, so got all four our screws in. Now we're going to tighten them up. medium tightness. That one goes on a little tight. They use those cheap little clips on there. But they're not the only one. It's inexpensive John Deere. Use a lot of those clips on those gators. It's a lot easier than for assemblers and putting a nut in. Okay. Now we put our fancy key in here and see if we can get this thing started. Oh, kill switch. Secret. Sitting all over. It sounds like an electric scooter. So we got the battery in right. We got that on. We got it running now. We're going to warm it up a little bit for the oil. Meantime, I'm going to take these screws off on the air cleaner. Hopefully they cooperate. At least got to loosen them up quite a bit. Kind of tight. You want to strip them, of course. That was nice to do. Hey, here's the adjustment for the back brake. Makes it tighten with your hand. It's a little better. It's not holding it up there. just a little bit longer. Okay. I'm gonna shut it off and bring it up. Okay. Put this kind of right here. 17 millimeter. It's tightening. Loosen it up. Okay. It's going to be kind of tricky to get this where it's not going to drain, you know, onto all over the place. From this way, not really. I'm going to have to go over the kickstand like this and try to grab that oil in there. This has a washer on there, so I always like to take the plug end out with my hand. That way, if there is, you know, you don't gonna lose the washer. You gotta dig it out of the thing. I'm hoping that this is gonna work, and it is, because you know, like I said, it's a weird angle. This oil's still pretty clean on here. We got the drain plug out. Hopefully we can get most of this out of here without spilling it. Oh, and it's starting to spill. Cool. Shove that in there farther. Yeah, it's weird the way I have it. Right by the kickstand, but what do you do? Tip it this way, right on top of yourself. Be able to push this in and use the corner to get most of it out. Oh, this one's getting hot already. Sucks. The nice thing about changing your own oil is you can let it drain longer. The way this is set up, yeah, that sucked. I did a shit job that way, spilling that oil on the driveway. Okay. So now we're going to take and tighten the drain plug. This roll away on me. Sucks ass spilling that oil. That's the way you don't do it. Yeah. But like I said, that's tight. That's all I have for drain pans. That's the smallest one. I have a bigger one. My car. Soaks in. Okay, we got our drain plug tight. Now we need to get this bad boy off. Now there's room here in front for this, for the drain. This one. Can't really get a ratchet in there because it's on the side of this. The next time I do it, I think I'll do this strainer first. Okay, there went the top of the strainer. There's the spring. And this here is your strainer. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, you can see there's a little bit of buildup of a small, super small metal flakes, but you're going to get that. And this is important, it has an O-ring. And always examine your O-rings to make sure your O-ring is good. It's pretty clean. But I'm just going to give it just a little shot with brake cleaner on that. So, okay. The nice thing about brake cleaner is it dries fast. Okay. These are the parts that come out of it. It's like their strainer or oil filter. And it basically goes like this. This is in the engine, like this. Like so, that's coming out of the engine. Put this on here. This goes up against there. That's how that goes back in, like that. And then your O-ring. They said inspect it. That looks good. Most of the oil came out the other one, so I got this clean. Dried pretty good. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this back in. First, it helps if you can see what you're doing. Goes in like so. String goes over the top. And then you cover. Now what you have to do when you put this in, you're going to have to push on it a little bit. You get the spring in there straight, push on it and turn. Push with one finger, one hand or whatever, and then turn clockwise with the other. Oh, it's funny when your hands are full of super slippery synthetic oil. Definitely don't want to strip this or cross-thread this. So I can get it pushed in with one hand, turn with the other. But it doesn't help if your hands are all greasy. I got started finally. It's a little tricky to get at, but do it a few times, you'll get it. Big thing is you don't want to lose that O-ring. and tight. Not too tight because it has an O-ring. The mechanic's tight. Oh, put the hat on. Losing hair. Okay. You got those both tight. 2 drain plugs. That's the most important part. And now we're going to put oil in it. I got that pre-measured. So that means I can't spill any, right? Never run the engine without oil. Don't be a dummy. I already spilled oil, and that sucks because I don't like doing stuff like that. Okay. That's actually blacktop sealer, that oil. Okay, I'll pull this out of here, wipe that off so I don't get it all over. It's weird is you almost need a funnel like this to go in here. Now it's a small engine. So we got it pre-measured, so we want to go slow. It's not a race because we don't want it to overflow. Make a more mess than we got. Speaking. How's it going?
Good, how are you, bud?
Good.
Hey, you got a long in-roll pliers?
Yeah.
Like,
Go over by my toolbox there.
oh, yeah.
I'm actually making a video on this. On the one that's like a bench, you know, on the left, straight ahead.
Right here?
Yeah, those doors on the right. On top. No, on the right. On inside the toolbox. Straight ahead. Yeah. Right.
Here?
Yeah. Those 2 drawers there. I got some long ones too if you want. Yeah, those are nice.
That's what I need, like,
No problem.
can't freaking flush something down the toilet.
What?
Can't flush something down the toilet, now I can't get it out.
Oh.
I tear my whole toilet apart.
Yeah, I had, here's a good story when I was at the bar. I had some girl, she was really drunk, and she lost her keys, you know.
Oh, really?
She thought someone stole her keys. She was just, she was,
Dude, it's...
she was so, you know, pissed off. Oh, who stole my keys? So what I did was, you know, I had a microphone there, and I said, anybody see keys? And that's that. And she was going to call the police and everything. So then the next week, the toilet wasn't flushing right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And what they do is they settle in that bottom, that little,
Yeah.
that little hole.
Exactly where it is, and I need this
And
right here.
I had to take, oh, do you want a magnet?
Huh?
Is it metal?
I have no idea what it is. It's
I
toy
get-
or something.
I can give you a magnet too.
Alright, cool.
Go to that top toolbox. You'll see there's right in front.
Which one?
There,
The one on the left or right?
left. That top drawer. No, straight ahead, Dan. Sorry, on the left there. The top drawer.
This one?
Yep. There's 2 like springy things in there.
Oh, I
one,
see it.
one of them's a magnet. One of them's like a grabber. You can take them both if you want.
Alright, cool.
But well, anyway, I only had one toilet in there, and you know, and the women, and it got pretty busy. So
Oh, yeah.
it was causing the toilet paper to get plugged up.
Yeah.
So I took the toilet off like a week later because I couldn't have it because people were complaining too much. And here were her keys. She is so drunk she dropped them in the toilet. She didn't know where she left them. But you know, here she wanted to call the police and everything, and you know.
Oh, shit.
But you know, she's women think that some of the guys
I
are
can't
kind
even
of
flush my toilet, dude. I'm like, 2
You-
weeks later,
You know how to take toilet off, right?
I already got it off, man.
Oh, you got it off?
I already see where it is, dude.
Okay. All
It's
right.
in that freaking loop, dude. I ain't an idiot, man.
Yeah.
What are you making a video or what?
Yeah, I become a YouTuber.
Oh,
And-
really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, I got like 160 videos, something like that now, and I'm gonna, if you get a chance, check it out. I got a little bit of everything on there, but traveling around. This thing I'm giving it a spring too.
When did you get that fucker?
This is Jerry's, my girlfriend.
Oh, really?
She's
The
had-
one she drives?
She's had this for.
Oh, yeah. I see you drive.
Yeah, so I
Get any more new ones or no?
no.
I might as well get my dad's bike over here and you can fix the fucker. You can have it. Give me $100 and you can have the fucker, dude.
Really? That's that 750 Honda? Mm-hmm. I'll take it for 100. Where is it now?
It's at my dad's old place.
What you can do is, I'll take it for 100, and I'll take in rent a trailer. They have them out at U-Haul.
Yeah.
It's like $30. I'll pay for it, but we'd have to haul the truck. If that's all right.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a bitch to move it.
No, actually,
It's off tires, but the tires are flat, man. It's
you bring a compressor and foam up.
they will need to fill.
You think they're
It's that old. The thing is, it ran since the 70s, dude.
what town is it in?
Doyle's talk.
What town?
I'll talk to you about it later, dude.
All right.
So, all right.
Yep. Here's that air filter. That thing looks brand new.
All right.
All right, Dan. Have a good
I
one.
gotta get that shit out of there.
Yep. Oh, I hear ya. Gotta have a toilet. Well, here's the air filter. It's like brand new. Just gonna brush it out and that. No use buying one. It's just a little bit on there, but brand new. So I'm gonna put this air filter on. Okay. That goes in there like so. Good. Then put that back. You got lucky on the air filter. Yeah, that's crazy. These are like self-tapping screws they have in here into this plastic. Oh. Started. Come back and turn them on. I'm not going to bother with the spark plug because it has such low miles in the 1400 and it runs good. So once you lets it run for a while and get that old gas out of there. Whoa. I wonder if that's a Flight for Life helicopter flying over there. Could be. These screws going kind of hard. Like I said, they're like self-tapping screws. This last one's going to start tightening that way. All the way around clockwise. It's always nice if you can see what you're doing. That one's tight. That one's tight. Okay. We put our pre-measured oil in there. I'm going to start it up. Gotta have the brake on real quick first. what I do is I put my drain oil in here, and then, you know, I take it to the city, they burn it. I'm gonna shut this off. Pull this out of there. We'll pull this ahead just a little bit. Make sure it's not leaking oil. I'm gonna go ahead and check the oil now. I'll let it sit for a little bit. Yeah, my neighbor stopped over. This kid put something down the toilet, so I borrowed a pair of long nose pliers. There it is, right on the money. Right on the money. I'll make sure and tighten up our. Got to clean up my mess a little more. Yeah. So we got the battery reinstalled. We got the oil change. We got the air filter done. The next thing we have to do is put the air in the tires. So we're gonna start it up again. Remember, you gotta hit the brake. Kickstart it. Now this thing should be able to ride all year. I charged the battery up a little bit too before we started. Like I said, the spark plug I'm not going to bother with. You know, 2500. You know, when she gets that on there, we'll probably just replace it. Air cleaner looked good. You know, our oil was, you know, pretty clean. So next thing is air pressure and tires. And thank you, folks.